Hello, welcome to Elisa Reviews Outside. I am here today, first time in a long time, to talk about the book The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson. Now, this is a Mistborn novel. It takes place in the same planet as Mistborn, but the Final Empire, but 300 years later. So, um, I have been reading Brandon Sanderson off and on since he published his first book. I read Elantris several times, and then I read Mistborn a couple of times, the original Mistborn trilogy. Mistborn, Hero of Ages. Oh no, it's been too long. Ascension, something. Well of Ascension. The order might be different, but I really love the characters, though I have forgotten a lot of the plots. It's been over a decade. Give me a break, okay? It's been over a decade since I've read them, but I loved how Brandon Sanderson created this great big universe feel for his Mistborn trilogy. And the first time I read The Alloy of Law, I was angry. I was so angry. I felt like he had stripped away everything that had made the Mistborn world interesting and replaced it with basically Western themed slash industrial era slash, there's the first cars are coming out, and just kind of like stuffed some Mistborn skills, some Allomancy, some Ferukami in this book. And I was so angry that I kind of hate read it, and then I put it down. And then I didn't read any of the other books, even though my husband gave me The Alloy of Law and The Shadows of Self and The Bands of Mourning for birthdays and Christmases. And I was like, cool. And so lately I've been kind of in a reading slump, and I thought, well, what's a good way to get back in? I'll read some Brandon Sanderson. He does kind of longer books, but they are interesting. They're easy to follow, although he loves his big groups, so that is a little hard. And so I reread Alloy of Law. I wasn't as angry this time. I still think that there's not enough Mistborn world building, that there's too much our world elements in there. And it also like really hurt me to see like the terrace people had basically disappeared from this book. Like a big huge thing, like the terrace people, their culture was basically wiped out by the Lord Ruler. And so to see them like basically non-existent, except for when you hear mention of them, they're in the servant role, that really hurt. But the further I got into it, like there were some parts that were so boring. Like I was like, no, we already went through this with Mistborn. Why do we care what the other nobles are thinking of us at this party? Please, please, can we stop? And then by the end, I'm like, oh, let's beat this gold bending person, whose name Miles, I think. But then like towards the second half of the book, you also get hints of a bigger conspiracy. And for me, this is what like made me stop. I'm like, oh, too little too late, Brandon Sanderson. Too little too late. I don't care about the conspiracy going on. But this time I had Shadows of Self sitting right there, so I did go ahead and read it right after, and that is going to be a review for the next video. which I'm going to record right after this one. So hopefully I didn't do any spoilers on this. There may be some spoilers in the next one regarding Alloy of Law, but I will try not to do that for Bands of Mourning. Anyway, if you are in love with the first Mistborn trilogy, I would not be surprised if you had the same response that I did and feel angry or disappointed. But just hold on, because Shadows of Self does help. Anyway, see you next time. Bye!